For thousands of years, farmers battled insects, rodents and fungal diseases, yet certain crops thrived despite relentless pest pressure. One crop, cultivated across continents and centuries, became legendary for its natural resistance. It provided food security without chemical intervention, protected neighbouring plants in polyculture systems, and ensured families could survive harsh conditions. Over time, as modern agriculture shifted toward monocultures and chemical pesticides, this resilient crop was largely forgotten. Reintroducing it today reveals not only historical ingenuity, but also practical strategies for pest management, soil improvement, and sustainable gardening. The remarkable thing is that its power lies not in human invention, but in evolutionary adaptation, an ancient solution to a modern problem. This ancient crop was naturally resistant because of how it was grown. The secret of this crop's resilience starts with its biology and cultivation. Unlike many modern hybrids bred solely for yield or appearance, this plant evolved alongside local pests, developing physical traits and chemical defenses that deterred them. Some varieties produce natural bitter compounds that make leaves unpalatable to insects, while their stems and root systems harbour microbial communities that repel soil-borne pests. Historical records from medieval Europe, indigenous North American agriculture, and early Asian farming note that this crop could survive long periods of infestation with minimal loss, making it a reliable staple. For modern gardeners, this means choosing varieties adapted to your climate and pest conditions can dramatically reduce reliance on chemical pesticides while ensuring consistent yields. The cultivation technique also played a role. Farmers often planted this crop in polyculture arrangements with other vegetables or grains. The diversity of plants created a complex ecosystem that confused pests and reduced the spread of disease. For instance, interplanting with nitrogen-fixing legumes improved soil fertility and supported beneficial insects that preyed on common pests. Today, applying the same principle in backyard gardens or small farms can make a significant difference. Planting resistant varieties alongside companion crops reduces infestations naturally and improves overall soil health. Practical steps show how to integrate this crop into modern gardens. Reintroducing this ancient crop starts with sourcing the right seeds. Heritage seed banks, local agricultural extension programs, and specialized heirloom suppliers are excellent resources. Once selected, gardeners should focus on proper soil preparation. Rich, well-draining soil with ample organic matter supports the crop's natural defenses. Before planting, mixing compost or aged manure into the bed not only provides nutrients, but also encourages beneficial microbial activity around the roots, which further protects against pests. Planting density is another key factor. Historical records show that moderate spacing allowed air circulation, reducing fungal pressure, while also maintaining the protective benefits of polyculture. Companion planting continues to be effective. For example, growing aromatic herbs nearby can mask the scent of the crop to insect pests while attracting predatory insects. Watering practices also matter. Consistent, deep watering encourages strong root systems and prevents the stress that makes plants more vulnerable to pests. These steps, grounded in historical observation and modern horticultural science, demonstrate how a crop forgotten by modern agriculture can, really thrive again in contemporary gardens. This crop improves soil health and reduces the need for chemical inputs. Beyond pest resistance, this crop provides long-term soil benefits. Its deep root system penetrates compacted soil, improving aeration and water infiltration. Fallen leaves and pruned stems contribute organic matter, feeding soil microbes that unlock nutrients for subsequent plantings. Historical farmers understood that planting this crop in rotation with other staples reduced pest cycles and enriched soil without synthetic fertilizers. Modern gardeners can replicate this approach by including it in crop rotations or as part of permaculture designs, using its biomass to build healthier, more resilient soil. Another benefit lies in its interaction with beneficial insects. Many ancient varieties attract pollinators and predatory insects that control common pests naturally. This dual role, feeding your garden while protecting it, was documented repeatedly in historical farming manuals and oral traditions. Applying this knowledge today means observing plant-insect interactions carefully and adjusting planting layouts to maximize these natural defenses. The result is a self-regulating garden ecosystem that reduces labor, chemical use, and risk of pest outbreaks. Practical examples show its modern applications. For backyard gardens, one effective approach is to dedicate a bed to this crop alongside companion plants, such as beans, corn, or leafy greens. Mulching around the base retains moisture and further deters pests. In larger plots, rotating this crop with susceptible vegetables interrupts pest cycles, making chemical intervention less necessary. Even container gardeners can benefit. Choosing a dwarf or compact variety ensures that natural pest resistance translates into healthy potted plants. By combining historical practices with modern gardening techniques, this ancient crop becomes a practical, low-maintenance solution to persistent pest problems. The story of this ancient crop teaches us that resilience is often built into nature itself. Farmers of the past leveraged evolution, diversity, and clever planting strategies to protect food from pests, nourish soil, and ensure consistent harvests. Today, by reintroducing these forgotten varieties and applying time-tested cultivation methods, gardeners can achieve the same benefits without relying on chemicals. Pest-resistant crops, thoughtful polyculture, and healthy soil management are not only sustainable, they are proven strategies that have stood the test of centuries. For more historically informed, practical and sustainable gardening insights, subscribe to Hydra Haven and share this video with fellow enthusiasts. Rediscovering ancient crops and applying their lessons today allows your garden to thrive naturally while reconnecting with the wisdom of generations past.